Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and I'm joined again today by Richard. How's it going today, Richard?
Hey Seth, how's it going?
It's going well. So we are going to do another episode of Greatest of All Time Magic, and we have a super interesting matchup today. So we are basically playing big mana decks in Modern that were so good they ended up getting targeted by banning. So Richard, what deck are you playing in this GOAT Magic battle?
So I'm playing the colorless Eldrazi deck piloted by LSV at Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch. So this was last year, February 2016. Wizards decided that they wanted Eldrazi back on Zendikar, and instead of having your big Eldrazi, 11 mana, 15 mana, they made all of these new Eldrazi at 4 mana, 5 mana, 2 mana, and this deck kind of came out of there. It basically abuses fast mana with Eye of Ugin, Eldrazi Temple. Each of those produce 2 mana. And you power out Thought-Knot Seer to disrupt the opponent, a Reality Smasher to kill them. And it's really fast. It took the Pro Tour by storm. 3 of the top 8 were this particular build I'm playing. 7 of the top 8 were just Eldrazi in general. So it was just crazy Pro Tour Eldrazi. And today we're going to run it back and see how the new Eldrazi deck fares against an old school Eldrazi deck that you're playing.
Yeah, so I am going back a little bit further in Magic's history, all the way back to the very first Modern Pro Tour.
Okay, so we're 5 rounds into Modern here today. This deck's off to a 10-5 start with your team.
10-5 between the 3 of us. Okay. Jesse Hampton, Adam Yurchik, and myself. So I'd say that's pretty good.
And I am playing essentially Modern 12 Post or Breach Post. And this is a deck that took Jesse Hampton to a top 8 finish at the first Modern Pro Tour Philadelphia back in 2011. And this deck takes advantage primarily of the card Cloudpost, which is a card from Mirrodin, and basically it taps for a mana for every locust land you have in play. And Cloudpost is a locust. We also have Glimmerpost, which was kind of the new addition that brought this deck around in Modern. It came out in Scars of Mirrodin, another locust, and then Vesuva, which clones a land, which can be hopefully a Cloudpost or a Glimmerpost. So essentially, if I can get 4 Cloudposts on the battlefield, either real ones or with Vesuva, I have enough mana to cast the big Eldrazi. I don't have any of the little Eldrazi that Richard has. I have Emrakuls, the Aeons Torn, Ulamogs, also some Primeval Titans to help ramp into it, and then just early game wall creatures, Overgrown Battlement, Wall of Roots, that tap for a bunch of mana, and then Green Sun Zenith to hold things together. So this deck was not dominant at the Pro Tour, but it was scary enough and performed well enough in the very first months of Modern, and then that was backed up by the Pro Tour performance, where it was banned in the next banned announcement after the first Modern Pro Tour. We got the banning of Cloudpost itself, and then later Green Sun Zenith actually met its end as well. So it's had multiple cards taken from it. So it'll be interesting. What do you think, Richard? Who is favored in this match heading into it?
I think my deck is, I think I have newer tools and my deck is really fast. If I nut draw you, so the nut draw of this deck is a turn 2 kill. You can basically Eye of Ugin turn 1, drop 4 Eldrazi Mimics, turn 2 Simian Spirit Guide, play another Eldrazi Temple, and then play Reality Smasher, making all of your Mimics 5/5s and just hit for 25. So there's actually a turn 2 kill with this deck, and if that happens, I don't think your deck has any chance. But I may get, worn down by these Spell Skites, these Chalice of the Voids, these Ratchet Bombs, these meta calls that were in this deck that basically do nothing against your deck. So it's going to depend on how good my draws are and whether I can get in before you drop that turn 4 Emrakul.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards your deck being favored as well. Not just because of the speed, but you have Ghost Quarters, and Cloudpost 12 Post is still a deck actually in Legacy, and it would be a super good deck if it wasn't for a card named Wasteland. In fact, Legacy decks that are 12 Post often play Pithing Needle, specifically to name Wasteland, because it's so good. So you kind of have 4 of the modern equivalent of Wasteland. So if you can keep me off of multiple Cloudposts, I'm going to really struggle. I think, though, if I can live till turn 4, and your draw's not super fast, and I can maybe block with my walls on the first couple turns, I have a pretty good shot of having a huge Eldrazi that'll take over the game if I can live long enough. The question's going to be, can I live long enough through the Ghost Quarters and without having much interaction? So I guess we'll see, but I'm leaning towards you being a little bit favored in this match as well. So, like last time, same format. We are doing a best of 5 match in sideboarding after game 2. So, are you ready to go, Richard?
Yep, let's do it.
So, it looks like Richard gets the die roll for game 1. So, I'm assuming you want to draw first?
No, I'll play first. Let's see if we get the nut draw. We got super awkward draw. Oh, should I mulligan this? Is this enough to beat you? I think we keep.
Mine's a little questionable too, but I think there's enough potential and power that I'm going to try it.
So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to mulligan aggressively or not. And in this case, I didn't mulligan aggressively to just see how it goes, but maybe that's a mistake. So we'll just lead things off with Eldrazi Temple, Exile Simian Spirit Guide, and then play Matter Reshaper.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a lot of work for 3-2, but...
Well, I will play my first Locust land, a Cloudpost, and ship the turn.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'll play a Mutavault and just get in there with Matter Reshaper. So your Locusts actually come into play tapped as well, which also slows you down a turn.
They do. One of the interesting things about this is I'm playing the Pro Tour deck. It was a couple of weeks before the bannings happened, and some of the post-Pro Tour versions actually started implementing Amulet of Vigor to take care of that problem. And then the deck, you could even argue, kind of transformed into the Bloom Titan deck later. Like, that's kind of the grandchild of this 12-post deck, was the Amulet Bloom decks.
So here's the card that lets you get explosive starts, Eldrazi Mimic. Slightly late for us. But we have some good draws here. Hello, Ghost Quarter.
Oh, dear. Okay, there goes the Cloudpost.
Do you have enough basics to fetch? That's the question.
I do have a few basics, thankfully. Well, another Cloudpost is fine. So we'll just play that, still not doing much of anything. And we're going to pass the turn. And I think we're going to set an upkeep stop, and my one interactive card, we're actually going to Beast Within Eldrazi Temple.
Oh, boy. All right, well, I guess I will just activate my Mutavault.
Yep.
You're adding to my clock. This is all part of the plan. Because who needs lands to win when you have Ghost Quarters?
Oh, no. Oh, this is exactly what I feared would happen.
The benefits of not having color in your deck is you can play all these utility lands. So this deck is playing Mutavault, Blinkmoths, Ghost Quarters. Do you run Anger of the Gods?
I actually have something that's slightly better than Anger of the Gods. So one of my ways to win without my Cloudpost is through the Breach.
Oh no.
And
oh, no.
We have an Eldrazi as well. A little bit bigger than your Eldrazi.
Okay, we can still win here because we can flip something off Matter Reshaper.
Yeah, it's not technically over.
Yeah, it's not over, but there goes all my permanents. No, not a Ratchet Bomb.
That is a lot of upticks to get an Emrakul.
All right, well, as well cast my Ratchet Bomb.
But you're still at 5.
I'm at 5. Unfortunately, I have no lands. Oh, we're getting there.
All right. Well, you're not going to be happy about this. No Breach, but my best way of setting up my Cloudpost is Primeval Titan.
My hand is 2 Dismembers and a Chalice. I'm very sad. I don't have enough life nor mana to double Dismember.
I don't even know if we... I think we're going to... Let's see. We're going to get that and that. I don't think we really need the Cloudpost mana here. So I think this is safer to just gain a bit of life and trust that our prime time will take it down.
Ooh, this is the best land we could have asked for, but we're still dead.
Alright, well, I guess we'll attack with the Titan.
Alright, so...
Can you survive?
Well, I can block Dismember, right?
Yeah. That.
But I don't know if this is surviving.
I think technically you live another turn.
Oh, I forgot to activate Mutavault.
Oh.
Shame scoop. Shame scoop. Shame scoop.
I think you were pretty dead anyway.
Pretty dead.
I had a Vesuva and Eye of Ugin, so yeah.
I was going very well until you just threw the breach to me.
That's the upside of this deck, is you can just randomly win out of nowhere with Breach. And that was through 2 Ghost Quarters, which meant it was going to be hard to hardcast any of my big Eldrazi, so... okay. We'll keep it.
Oh, boy. Not enough lands, got a mulligan. This is a fair hand. Should I keep a fair hand?
We haven't seen the scary explosiveness of the Eldrazi deck yet.
So I think anytime I have a Dismember or a Spellskite in hand, that's just an auto mulligan, right? If the rest of my hand is not good?
Pretty... I mean, you can Dismember my walls and stuff to keep me off mana, but those cards aren't great in the matchup, I don't think.
I think I'm going to mull this. So I have 3 1-mana lands, 2 Thought-Knot Seers, and a Spellskite. That's not good enough. This is reasonable. Put on top.
I've definitely seen Eldrazi win out in 5 cards before. Well, let's post it.
Another Mutavault. The good news is, at any moment, I could draw crazy powerful land and get back into it.
That's true.
No, not the wall.
Got some defense.
Like this. Eye of Ugin.
Oh boy.
We'll play a Thought-Knot Seer.
I want to see what you take out of this hand.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of expensive stuff.
Well, we're just gonna hope you don't cast anything. 1, 2. Oh, but you're gonna get to prime time pretty soon.
I
But prime
imagine
time is okay.
you probably just have to take Breach. Imagine.
I can't let you do that, but I'm also not very safe.
That's true. The wall mana.
You have enough accelerants. You want to block?
We'll take it. Well, more walls. Wall of Roots actually can block a Thought Knot, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we just gotta pass.
Oh dear. So next turn is prime time if you get a land, and there's nothing I can do about it. And Eye of Ugin doesn't actually tap for mana.
You need the Urborg.
So I have a Ghost Quarter, but I don't really want to Ghost Quarter you here.
Yeah, it's not too helpful yet.
So I guess we just nope.
Gonna search up an Eldrazi there?
I'm like, oh, you can tap it, but what can I tap it for? I'm like, oh yeah, the ability.
Oh, man, is this a trap to get blown out by Dismember? I guess you can Dismember anyway, so...
Yeah, pass. Brick on the land?
I did, but I think this works. Wall of Roots. 3, 4, 5, 6. And a Primeval Titan. And I guess we'll just take Cloudpost, Vesuva, copy Cloudpost. Yeah, I don't know how...
What could I draw?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
This... Wait, can you Emrakul me? 1, 2... Probably. Yeah, I'm getting
9.
Emrakul.
Post-combat, yeah, I think if I get Primeval Titan lands.
Oh, I'm so sad. So sad. Well, we can do this, but it's not enough.
Oh, so close. Yeah, I kind of want to draw a card.
Oh, not even the respect block on the walls. just taking it. Oh, what if I had quadruple gut shot? What would you do?
That would be pretty good. Alright, so we just attack with Primeval Titan, get a couple of Vesuvas, copy a couple of Cloudposts, and I think we have a lot of mana now. Our Cloudposts are tapping. Oh god. Actually,
casual 15 mana off 3 lands.
I think we can actually do this even better. If we do this, we get to play this.
Oh no.
How much mana can we tap for with our Cloudposts? They're going to each be tapping for like 7?
just 21 mana.
That's all. I guess we might as well play that. I better just Emrakul. I was thinking about blowing up all your lands with Trastodon, but this is Emrakul's got to be better.
Yeah, this definitely feels like playing a modern deck against a legacy deck. This is the feeling. This is why Cloudpost is banned.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd. Because if you think
Flawless
about it, Tron is still very good in Modern, and it's very much a like watered down or fixed version of Cloudpost, and it's still very good. So the power level of Cloudpost is kind of insane, but we haven't really seen your deck do what your deck can do. You've had some kind of slow draws,
but I think the nut draw is pretty rare. That I think a lot of times, like game 1. We kind of go slow and just grind you out, but there's no grinding out in Emrakul. As soon as Emrakul hits the field, it's over. So I think that's the problem.
I actually don't have much in the sideboard. I guess we can bring in these. Do we even want to do that? Maybe we're just a combo deck. I guess we can go down that, and yeah, we'll just bring in one. That's fine.
So I need to keep my ratchet bombs and chalices and stuff because I don't have anything better to put in.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I guess
I could chalice on 2, but I need 4 proper mana to chalice on 2.
Yeah, chalice on 2 is relevant, and ratchet bomb on 2 could also get some of my mana.
Gut shot? What are the odds I'm off by like 1 1 damage and I need to gut shot you?
It's not impossible.
I'll take the chalice on 2 over the gut shot. I guess we keep. It's not the nuts, but
I'm gonna keep. This hand might not work out. It's risky.
All right. We will lead things off with an Eye of Ugin. No mimics. A little sad.
All right.
Oh no! No, did you just fix your hand?
We'll see. We'll see what you have. See if we live long enough for this to matter.
Okay, Urborg. So now here's the combo. This thing taps. Eye of Ugin now taps for 3 mana.
Oh, you can't Thought Knot though, because you don't have colorless mana.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I screwed this up. All right, well, then we play Ratchet Bomb.
Okay. Oh, that means you have a Thought Knot though. Well, we'll just keep Cloudposting.
No. So if you play another one next turn, you can tap for 6?
Yes.
Is that scary yet? Oh, okay. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, I think this is good, right? So play this thing.
I did not have the Emrakul in my opener. I had no green mana, but 4 Cloudposts.
Then I'll play this.
Oh boy.
So casual 7 mana worth of stuff on turn 3. And pass the turn.
I kind of am hoping you Ghost Quarter me now. I could use some green mana. I'm Cloudpost flooded.
Cast a Blink Moth or play a Blink Moth.
That was one of the sweetest part of the
Play
Eldrazi
this.
deck. You got so many good lands, like so many creature lands because you're colorless. I really like that aspect of the deck.
Play another Ratchet Bomb. Now I guess we can start kicking up the first one to 6.
So I need to draw green mana this turn, or I think it might be too late. If we do draw green mana, ooh. Well, now we get to make a game of it.
Oh.
Actually, we can, let's see. How much do these tap for? 3, 6, 9, 10. Alright, so play Wall of Roots. Add a green.
Green Sun Zenith, so good. Oh no. Is this Terrastodon?
It's not. It's just a Primeval Titan, that's all. No worries. And we'll just get Dryad Arbor, Eye of Ugin.
Dryad Arbor.
Never know when we might need to chump a Thought Knot.
What do I want to do with my Ratchet Bombs here? I don't think going up to 6 is relevant.
That's a long ways off.
If I go to 2, I blow up my own Ratchet Bomb, but I get rid of Wall of Roots, slowing you down slightly. Yeah, I think we just do it.
Do you have ways to kill Primeval Titan in your deck?
Possibly.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, as long as Primeval Titan's on defense, I'm okay with that. Do I want to give you a card by giving up? We'll do that.
Alright. We're going to block. You can get your free Matter Reshaper value. Ooh, a Mimic. Ew.
Okay. The question is, am I getting Emrakul?
Well, not unless I peel one off the top of my deck. Not this turn.
Spellskite, in case you do something.
Can make your Mimic a 0/4?
Yep.
That's not Emrakul. Can we even attack? We attack. Takes it. Block. Yeah, I think so. Let's get in with Primeval Titan. Mostly just want more lands. Glimmerpost is actually pretty huge here.
What? You're at 20?
It puts us all the way back up to 20.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And our Cloudposts are still tapping for 6. That's pretty good.
Can you just win this turn?
Oh man, I might have been able to. No, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, I couldn't have. Well, I guess I can do this though. Maybe this is worth it. Now that we're at such high life total. I didn't think we could do this, but...
No! Not the lands!
I was worried about my life total, so I didn't think I could cast it, but now that we gain so much life with Glimmerpost...
Can I Spellskite this? What happens?
It only goes to non-creature permanents, so I think you just lose life for no reason.
Wait, wait, hold on. Destroy up to 3, but I can still Spellskite it. I don't know what it does. I'm trying.
Alright.
Science.
I think you just lose 2 life, essentially.
Sure. What happens? We'll see.
Yeah, I think we want to blow up your lands.
Nothing happened. Okay. Useless.
Might as well use our extra mana. Get a Big Mama Emrakul for next turn. And feeling good about where we're at.
I have Reality Smasher and Thought Knot Seer. If we swing with the team, that's not enough, but we might as well to send a message.
Well, I guess we just win. Jeez. Oh man, Glimmerpost.
Yep, that's a thing.
Wow. So are you good with those matches, or do you want to do another one, or?
I don't think it's going to change. Do you think it's going to change?
I think you'll get a nut draw at some point and beat me. Like, I think that how the Eldrazi deck would win the matchup is you really need to have, like, the 2-mana land Mimic Star into, like, Thought-Knot Seer on turn 2, take my Emrakul, attack for 4. Like, those are the ways I think that the Eldrazi deck wins. And you just, you never really got any of those draws. Like, your best draws.
I don't think that helps, though. I mean, even the nut, I mean, obviously the nut draw by turn 2 you will work, but you have Wall of Roots. You have things to block. So I can't really chip you down, and basically the minute you get to Emrakul, you win, because Annihilator 6 pretty much wraps my board and my lands. Plus, you have the Glimmer Post to gain life back. Like, you're at 33 at the end of the game. I got you down to 10, right? So you just need to stabilize, and when you stabilize, it's actually pretty easy, and your deck is actually quite resilient. You know, I thought it was just, you know, get a bunch of Cloudpost and cast stuff, but you have Wall of Roots, you can Green Sun Zenith for prime time, and then you get to the point where your lands are making 6, 7, 8 mana apiece, and there's just no coming back from that. So I actually think it's pretty lopsided. I don't think, you know, if we played more matches, I might take a game here or there, but it really felt like, you know, I'm taking a modern deck versus a legacy deck. Because remember, this is the deck that crushes miracles in Legacy. And you can see why, like, it just goes nuts with mana and you can't stop it.
Okay, so here I definitely changed my opinion as well. Like, that was pretty lopsided, and that's not what either one of us predicted. If you were playing Legacy Eldrazi, do you think that would change things, or would I still be favored?
I think you'd still be favored.
It's just a better big mana strategy. I think Emrakul is the game ender, and the deck was way more consistent at getting to it than I thought it would be. I actually had kind of forgotten about Eye of Ugin, so I essentially have 8 Primeval Titans, and the Primeval Titans turn into Emrakuls thanks to Cloudpost plus Eye of Ugin. So the deck is actually way better at finding the pieces than it looked like, and having the blockers in the early game was way more relevant than I imagined. Like, Wall of Roots was kind of the hidden all-star of the match. Just having something that blocked a Thought-Knot Seer, or a Mimic that was mimicking a Thought-Knot Seer, was a hugely valuable thing. That was buying me, like, entire turns. So, I don't know, I guess maybe this is just a way better deck? So, any chance that we should be unbanning Cloudpost in Modern, Richard?
Nope. No way. And, you know, how do you beat Cloudpost? The deck is not, you know, a tier 1 legacy deck, and you don't beat it by disruption. Like, the first game, double Ghost Quarter, you still won. Now, granted, in Legacy, you have Wastelands better than Ghost Quarter, but you can still fight through that. And if you're trying to play the attrition-y game, there's no way you're beating Eye of Ugin Emrakuls. The way you beat it, and why the deck is not tier 1, is you just turn to Storm off and win, right? This deck is super soft to combo decks. In Modern, we don't have fast combo decks, so if you unban Cloudpost, that is the combo deck, and it's just going to take over the meta. So we will never see that card unbanned, ever. It's just too broken. You saw Seth tapping for obscene amounts of mana. You know, I was happy playing 7 or 8 mana worth of stuff on turn 3. Seth was playing like 50 mana worth of stuff on turn 5. One is slightly better than the other.
Anyway, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this greatest of all time Magic. So big thanks to Richard for hanging out and doing it, and big thanks to all of you for watching. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will be back with another one in the future. Talk to you soon.